Our planet, this beautiful blue marble spinning in the vastness of space, has a delicate balance. It is wrapped in a thin blanket of air, our atmosphere, which keeps it not too hot and not too cold, but just right for life to flourish. This is our home, and it is a truly wondrous place. For millions of years, this balance has allowed for the most extraordinary diversity of life to evolve and thrive. From the smallest insect to the largest whale, every creature is part of this intricate web. But now something is changing. The Earth is getting warmer. This change, which we call global warming, is like a slow-burning fever for our world, a gradual increase in the planet's average temperature. So, what is causing this planetary fever? The answer lies in the very air we breathe. Our atmosphere contains special gases, known as greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide. In the right amount, these gases are essential for life. They act like the glass in a greenhouse, trapping some of the sun's heat, keeping our planet warm enough for us to live. Without this natural greenhouse effect, the Earth would be a frozen, inhospitable world. However, over the last 2 centuries, since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, human activities have dramatically changed this balance. We discovered that burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas could power our factories, light our cities, and move our cars and planes. This discovery transformed our societies, but it came with an unseen cost. When we burn these fuels, we release enormous quantities of extra carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. One of the most visible and dramatic consequences of a warming world is happening in the coldest parts of our planet. Greenland is melting at an accelerating pace. Antarctica is melting at an accelerating pace. For thousands of years, these colossal glaciers were relatively stable, but rising temperatures are now causing them to shed ice into the ocean faster than snowfall can replace it. Himalayas glaciers retreating, Alps glaciers retreating, Andes glaciers retreating. Many are retreating or disappearing altogether. Meltwater from ice has a direct and profound effect on our oceans. Glacial melt flows into the sea and raises sea levels. The ocean itself is warming. When water warms, it expands, like liquid in a thermometer. Thermal expansion plus meltwater drives steady global sea level rise. Miami facing coastal flooding, Venice's Aqua Alta scenes, small Pacific Island nations threatened by sea rise. Hundreds of millions of people live in these vulnerable places. Beyond melting ice and rising seas, extra energy in our climate system is changing weather. The changes to our planet's climate are not just abstract numbers on a chart. They have real and powerful impacts on living things, both great and small. Consider the polar bear, a magnificent creature perfectly adapted to a life on the Arctic sea ice. This ice is its home, its hunting ground, its nursery. As the Arctic warms faster than almost anywhere else on Earth, the sea ice is forming later in the autumn and melting earlier in the spring. For the polar bear, this means a shorter hunting season, making it harder to find the seals it needs to survive. In our oceans, the beautiful and vibrant coral reefs are in grave danger. Corals are tiny animals that build vast, intricate underwater cities, providing a home for a quarter of all marine species. When the ocean water gets too warm for too long, the corals become stressed and expel the colorful algae that live within them. For people, the impacts are just as real and often just as devastating. A sudden drought can wither their fields, or an unexpected flood can wash them all away. In places like Bangladesh, low-lying river deltas, rising sea levels and more powerful cyclones are forcing families to leave their homes and land. Even the simple, beautiful rhythms of nature are being disrupted. The story of global warming can seem overwhelming, a challenge so vast it feels impossible to solve. The task before us is immense, perhaps the greatest our species has ever faced. The future of our planet, its richness of life and stable climate, is in our hands. This is a profound responsibility and a remarkable opportunity. The path forward begins with shifting how we power our world. The power of the sun, the power of the wind, the power of the water. The technology exists and is getting cheaper and more efficient every day. We must also turn to nature for solutions. Forests, oceans, wetlands. Protecting and restoring these ecosystems is hugely effective. Ultimately, the future depends on each of us. Small daily choices can add up to a wave of change. Together, we can and must build a brighter, healthier future for all life on Earth. Our planet is our shared home, precious and fragile. Now it's our turn to look after it.